How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie here, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's had a great weekend so far. It's time for your match review of our final pre-season game against Hearts, where Leeds United did win the game 1-0 through a goal from, well, I say a goal from Luke Ayling. I think it went down as an own goal in the end, but it was Luke Ayling's strike which was the deciding factor in today's game. Just before we get into my thoughts on it in a bit more detail, as always, please smash that like button. It really does help get the video out there. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new as well. Get all of your comments in the comment section down below with your thoughts and opinions on today's game. And of course, hit that notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. So then, in terms of a review, I don't really know where to start. I feel the game had a massive lack of intensity. And I feel that was just down to the fact that, Hearts didn't really offer anything at all. It was a complete dominant performance by Leeds United. I thought we controlled possession. I felt we definitely had more chances. It wasn't a 1-0 game at all, in my opinion. Leeds could have and should have won the game by at least three or four, maybe. But again, the lack of end product in certain moments is affecting us massively. And obviously, it will come on to in a little bit why a number 9 should be the 100% main priority now before Cardiff, in my opinion. But let's speak about some individual performances. Ethan Ampadu, again, seems to be a real bright spark in that midfield. Just ticks things over nicely, does the basics right. Really reminds me of what Phillips used to do in the Bielsa system, where he'd drop deep, he'd receive the ball, and he'd spray balls out to either side. Archie Gray, who was alongside Ampadu in that holding midfield role, I think was really good again. He's played quite a bit recently as Archie Gray. I think Daniel Farker must be a fan of him. And I'll be honest, if we start the game against Cardiff next week with Ampadu and Archie Gray in the holding midfield, I wouldn't be too bothered about that. I would actually be quite pleased, if I'm honest. I thought it was going to be like Ampadu and Jebe. I thought maybe Darko would have got the nod over Archie Gray just for maybe JB having a little bit more experience at senior level. But no, Archie Gray's been thrown straight in, and I feel he's performed very well. Plays with such a good level of maturity. And yeah, looks cool and composed on the ball, which is what you need in that midfield area. The same as Ampadu. Like I say, I think Ampadu's just really fitted in well, and I feel like he'll be a very, very good signing. Ilan Meslier didn't really have anything to do. I think he made one decent save in the second half when Hearts probably had their only chance of the game. Again, in defence, obviously, again, how much do you read into it? Because Hearts literally did offer nothing. Thought Cooper and Pascal had decent games. I think Pascal Strauch's been winning a lot of his aerial duels over the last few preseason games, which is really good to see. I think he's improved on that massively. Luke Ayling, again, I don't want to, hype the guy up because I know that there's negatives to his game, but I feel like he's had a decent preseason. I think he's linked up well with Sinistera out on that wing. At left back as well, Leo Hjelde. Again, we definitely need a left back. I just want to caveat this. We definitely do need an out-and-out left back. But Leo Hjelde had a very good game today. I think he attacks quite well. To say that he isn't built like a natural left back, he can certainly shift down that left-hand side. Obviously, Sam Byram came on in the second half again at left back, who, again, has looked okay. And if the club decide to offer Sam Byram a deal, if it's only for this season and it's a backup and it's a rotation option, I don't mind it, in all honesty. I think he's done okay in this pre-season. And I know you might think we don't want players who are just okay, but I feel like he would be a very good rotation option. But yeah, look, a centre back is an area that we definitely need to improve on. Obviously, it's been linked. It's been leaked today, sorry, that Leeds are apparently interested in the lad from Man City who was on loan at Burnley last season. Is it what's his name? Summit Bayliss, I think. He was the captain of the under 21s, who didn't concede a single goal at the under 21s Euros. There's a 15 million price tag on him. Burnley had the option to sign him, but they weren't happy with that fee. Apparently, it's been linked that Leeds United could be interested in paying that fee. I think that would be a very good signing. He was really good for Burnley last season. And obviously is very highly thought of at Man City as well. But if Leeds pay the fee, then they'll let him go, which is good. Hopefully we can get that one done. There's also been Nat Phillips linked as well. I do think we definitely need another centre-back. Obviously Cresswell came on and played today as well and did okay, I thought, as well. Moving into the attacking areas then, obviously Sinistera, just a cut above the rest again, is technical quality is second to none. Very, very good performance. Somerville was a bit hit and miss for me today, I must admit. I thought there was sparks of really good play from him, but then there was instances where he was holding on to the ball too often and not releasing the ball quick enough in certain moments. Obviously, he did for Ayling's goal, which is good, but there was a few instances where James was available out on the left and he just wasn't finding him. Dan James seems to have been played a lot over pre-season by Daniel Farker as well. I think he must be an admirer of him. I think James has actually done all right. His end product's been a little bit better, and he's been on set pieces as well, and he's actually got the ball into the box. I know, crazy. So yeah, obviously Jan Poveda came on for the last half hour as well and looked, fairly sharp. Maybe not as good as what he did against Forest the other night, but still looked good, and I think can be an option at least this season. Who else came on? Nonto came on as well. Well, this might be controversial, guys, but Nonto didn't do much for me today, and he hasn't done much when he's come on in pre-season. Is his mind elsewhere? Potentially. I do think there's a slight possibility that we could lose Nonto before the end of the window. But yeah, look, as long as a team pays a decent fee for him and we replace him well, then that's all you can ask for, really. And let's get into the number 9 scenario then. Let's just end on that. Obviously, Rute, I thought looked decent in the time that he was on the pitch. Some decent link-up play and some good forward passes. But then obviously he goes off with an injury. Didn't look that serious, in fairness. I think they were probably just trying to protect him, and they brought him off for Patrick Bamford, who replaced him. Bamford, some chances today that he should have maybe put away. Instances where his positioning was off again. Pace, obviously, he hasn't ever really been a quick player, but instances where he just wasn't quick enough. And then obviously he gets the injury. He did get a boot to the face, but as he went down, he was holding his hamstring and he ended up going off, and Mateo Joseph came on for him. Now, Rute and Bamford both used as number 9s today, and then there's Joseph as well, but I don't think Joseph will be a regular starter, and I don't think he's maybe ready for that. I think he'll be used as a rotation option, but he's definitely not ready to be starting games week in, week out. Rutter went off injured, probably not all serious, but Bamford's looked like it could be an issue. If that is not an indicator, Nick Hammond, Greta Steinson, and Daniel Farker, whoever, to go and buy a striker now, I don't know what is. Obviously, there's the lad from that Finnish striker who's got a release clause of around 3 million euros. I think he plays in Serie B for Venezia, I think they're called, something like that. Scored quite a lot of goals for them last season. He's been linked. Again, not proven, but again, Timu Pukki wasn't, and he was brought in by Daniel Farker as well at a similar age, and obviously did wonders for him. So I wouldn't judge him as quickly if we bring that in, but it is fairly underwhelming in my opinion. The striker we need to go and get for me is Joel Perreault from Swansea. Apparently, obviously, us, Leicester and Southampton are all interested in him. Swansea value him at anything between 15 and 20 million pound. Don't think he's worth 20. I'd be, obviously, if we manage to get him and it is 20 million, then, I wouldn't complain too much. But if we can get him for, 15, 16, maybe 17 million, I would be fairly happy with that. In my opinion, he's proven in the Championship. He's scored about 40 odd goals in 80 odd appearances. The guy has got a proven track record in the Championship. And for me, any of those teams get him, they've got a very good chance of winning the league. I think the overall play that I've seen from Leeds in pre-season, I've been fairly impressed. The Man United game wasn't great at all, but apart from that, even the Monaco game, yes, we lost, but I thought there was a lot of positives to take from that. And then obviously the Forest game the other night, I think, has been the best one of pre-season. I thought I was really impressed with Thursday night's performance. Today's performance, I was impressed that we dominated the game, and it was nice to see Leeds United have possession again. But obviously, Hearts didn't really offer anything, so there's not a right lot you can really read into it. Are Leeds United ready for the season to start? Yeah, I think we are. The play's been really promising and encouraging, and I think we'll have a lot of possession in a lot of games this season. And I think the games that we've got at the start of the season are very favourable for us. So hopefully we can get a lot of points picked up early. But we need a left back, we need a centre back, a number 10 and a striker before the end of this window. Do I expect all that over the next week before Cardiff? Obviously not. I'm not unrealistic. But the next position that we sign for me either has to be the number 10 or the number 9. Just for instances, like today when Ruta and Patrick Bamford both went off injured. But it is a week now until Cardiff, guys. Really, really excited for the season to get going. I will be doing a video at some point this week where, in fact, I might actually do it as a live stream at one point this week, guys, where we'll be doing our predictions for the season. I'll share something on my socials over the next few days as I want to get you guys involved, and I'll be asking a series of questions, and I want your answers, obviously, to help me with the live stream. So that would be good if you could all get involved with that. So make sure that you keep an eye out on socials. And then obviously your pre-game content will be back towards the end of the week, guys, as we gear up for the first game against Cardiff City next Sunday. If you've enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. As I said at the beginning, really does help get the video out there. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. And of course, hit that notification bell. And I'll see you through the week, guys. Cheers.